Attention, all aspiring movers. Are you or someone you know preparing for a big move? Are you feeling a little overwhelmed by the prospect of making that move? Fear not, we have you covered. In today's video, I'm about to drop some serious golden nuggets and insider tips on how to achieve a seamless and stress-free move. Taken from a recent episode of my podcast, Realty Bites, Conversations on Real Estate and Lifestyle, where I had the pleasure of sitting down with the incredible Lisa Jackson from Downsizing Diva, Caledon. And let me tell you, she spilled the beans and shared her invaluable secrets to making your move a breeze. We covered it all in this conversation, from creating A/B lists to keep you organized to decluttering hacks that will leave you wondering why you didn't think of them sooner. Lisa even shared what to do with all the stuff you no longer want or need so that you can move forward with a clean slate. We explored efficient packing techniques and coordinating tips that will save you time, money, and energy. And don't worry, we didn't forget about selecting the right mover and managing the inevitable emotions that come with making a move. And wait, there's more. At the end of the video, I'll let you know how you can get a free copy of our Downsizing Moving Guide. So get ready to take your moving game to the next level. Join us in this insightful conversation video that is packed with advice and tips you won't find anywhere else. You'll gain the wisdom and confidence you need to embark on your next moving journey with ease. And oh, here's the best part. If you find yourself soaking up those golden nuggets, and trust me you will, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. By doing so, you'll be notified of all of our future video episodes, ensuring you'll never miss out on more valuable insights. And hey, if you have fantastic moving tips of your own, we want to hear about them. Share your wisdom in the comments below. Let's create a community of movers who support and uplift each other on this exciting journey. So without further ado, let's dive in and unlock the secrets to a stress-free move. Get ready to transform your moving experience from overwhelming to empowering. Let's go. What should someone consider when making a downsizing move? So what are some of the things that they should think about and that you're going to be asking them about to help make that move easier?
So I always suggest making a list, an A and B list. A is the items that are not negotiable. They're coming, we're keeping these. And B is I really would like to keep it if I can find a space for it. And then the first thing is basically take an inventory of everything in your house. Yes, it's time consuming, but it leaves no room for error. So get rid of any duplicates. Put all like with like items in your house. Get rid of duplicates. Get rid of anything that is broken. Get rid of anything that is, broken beyond repair and you're not going to fix it. Get rid of it. Get rid of anything you don't want or hasn't been used. And that could be by donation. It could be by selling it. It could be by passing it on to the kids. But that is a good way to kind of kickstart the organization and the thought process of moving or downsizing.
Right, that's great advice. And in terms of the actual packing, what are some packing tips so that it could be a little bit more efficient and that all of the things that you do pack are safely put away?
Yep. So packing is, it sounds easy. Put a box together and throw a whole bunch of stuff in it and seal it. But there is a little bit of an art to it. You don't want a box to be too heavy. Typically boxes will come in 2, 4, and 5. What do they call it? Is it quart? Small, medium, and large, let's say. And the large would be a rather big box. And we suggest to put linens and stuff in that because it's already a big box. You can't put your dishes in that or the box is going to cave in through the bottom. The small boxes, that's what you use for your dishes, your wine glasses. And the most important thing is fill the box. So that doesn't mean fill the box all with heavy stuff. Fill the box. If you're packing books or you're packing some of your kitchen plates, fill the box to about 3/4 of the way full. And then at the top, you have to fill that air and fill it with linens, fill it with your kitchen towels or oven mitts. Just fill the air and seal the box, because when the movers pick up that box and chuck it into the moving truck, it's going to be stacked. So if you don't fill that box and you have that gap of air, the next box that goes onto it it could be a heavy box, and it crashes down on that 2 inches, 5 inches of air that you've left at the top of that box. And yeah, that is, and seal the boxes. Some people will fill the box, but leave the flaps open, and therefore just, fill up to the top of the flaps. But then those boxes can't be stacked in the moving truck. So now that box has its own real estate within the moving truck. And if you have a lot of stuff and other things don't fit, then there's going to be an issue. So it's always best to seal the boxes, make them stackable.
Right. That's a great tip. Another tip that I might suggest too is to label the boxes, what room it's going to go in. And I always suggest as well is have a couple of boxes that you're going to need to open right away. So things like, this is for my bathroom, or these are my linens for my new house. I need this one to be opened first day, first thing.
And we do a move day box. So everything in there is everything that you're going to need the night of your move and the morning after your move. So that could be your coffee pot, your kettle, a change of clothing, your medical or your toiletries, the bed linens that you want on your bed that night. It's everything that you are going to use for the day of. So it's a good idea.
What about the emotions that go through someone who's making this move and they've lived in this house, like you said, 40 years? That's a lot of memories. And I find that people really struggle with it. It becomes not so much about the actual house. They know that they need to move, but it's just about, I'm leaving that part of me. What are some tips that maybe you can share to deal with that part of it?
Well, it can be terrifying. It can be terrifying letting go of these possessions. And it's big decisions that need to be made on what you're going to keep, what you're going to sell, what you're going to donate. Personally for me, I like to listen to them. I want to listen to their stories. I want to listen to what are you scared of? What is the most terrifying thing that you have to let go of? What's the most emotional part of this transition, of this move, of this downsizing that scares them? And then try to come up with ways to make them feel better about it. I mean, things that they can't bring with them, that's donated. Right now, we have the Ukrainians that are coming here and without anything. So we have donated an apartment full of furniture to some of the people in need. So when you say to a client that this can be donated to this person and then they need it and they're going to treasure it and they're going to be so thankful for it, it gives that item new life. And when the client hears that after hearing the kids don't want it, it makes them happy. So a lot of times that works. It just gives them a new sense of giving back, and that the items that they treasured, used, and paid for are now being given a second life.
That's a great story, a great way to look at it, because it's giving that furniture a new story as well. And like you said, I think giving always makes us feel good, and that's really good. I like it. So in terms of the coordination, so you do the packing, the decluttering, the deciding of what goes and doesn't go, the cleaning before and after. What about the actual physical move? Now, do you coordinate that with the movers as well, or is that separate?
Yeah, no, we do it all. So as soon as we have a closing day, we come up with a move day, a preferred move day. And from there, I book the movers. I secure the movers. It's one of the first things we want to do because that is our deadline. So yeah, I secure the movers. There is preferred movers that I work with, and they know how we work. We know how they work. The expectations have been built. We know what they like to see. We know what kind of movers they are. That we know the size of the truck. We know what's going to fit in. We know how many wardrobe boxes they have. Yeah, we do it all.
What 3 tips can you give for someone who's looking for a mover?
Do they have their own truck? If somebody come drive, if their move truck is a U-Haul truck, no, they're not necessarily professional movers. They're renting a U-Haul as needed. So, that would be one thing I would look out for. The hourly wage, hourly cost of the movers. It's tricky. You don't want somebody really expensive, of course, but you also don't want the cheapest. You want a mover who has moving blankets. So if you have big mirrors or big pieces of art, or you have furniture that needs to be wrapped so nothing gets dented or chipped during the move of the dresser downstairs, or the mirror in the moving truck that doesn't fit in a box, it needs to be wrapped so it doesn't fall over and crack. So don't be afraid to ask them questions. Do they have wardrobe boxes? Wardrobe boxes are expensive. If you go to Home Depot and buy a wardrobe box, it could cost you $50, and you're going to need probably 3 or 4 of them minimum. So a lot of moving companies provide wardrobe boxes for you to use, and that is a bonus. And how many people are on the crew? How many people are showing up to do that move? Are they local? I like to use local companies wherever possible in my network. So it's just a question, references. Ask people about them. Ask other neighbors and friends if they've ever used this company or who they recommend.
As we wrap up, I hope you've gathered a treasure trove of tips and tricks that will make your next move a breeze. Remember, knowledge is key in the world of real estate, and staying informed will empower you throughout your journey. But wait, there's more. To further support you on your downsizing and/or moving adventure, we're offering a free downsizing moving guide. This comprehensive guide is packed with expert advice, step-by-step instructions, and additional resources to make your move seamless and stress-free. Simply click in the comments below to access your free guide and take your moving game to the next level. Stay informed, stay inspired, and continue exploring our videos and podcast, Realty Bites Conversations on Real Estate and Lifestyle, for more enlightening episodes. Whether you're buying, selling, or simply seeking inspiration, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Catch you on the next video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.